Hello and welcome to Culture Tap. I am your host, DQ. I am here to keep you entertained, keep you full of knowledge of what's going on in celebrity drama. Now listen, I'm going to give it to you straight, no chaser. I'm going to give it to you raw, and I'm going to give it to you good. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. Now, I do want to create a space where I can have open and honest conversations about what's going on in the world, in pop culture and black culture, and just create a space where I'm going to give it to you raw. I'm going to break it down for you because you don't have the time to break it down. I'm going to do my research for you, and I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to give it to you unfiltered. This is Culture Tapped. All my life. First story of the week. Overnight, Keke Palmer, she got this boyfriend. He even looks crazy. Well, Keke filed for sole custody and filed a restraining order against Darius Jackson for allegedly emotionally and physically abusing her throughout the duration of their 2-year relationship. Now, news broke last night, and Darius's brother had this to say. He said, "The most disgusting, vile, abusive, manipulative person I've ever encountered in my life. Abuses almost everyone. Y'all will see. Just send positive energy to the babies. Any child in the middle of something like this does not deserve it at all. Wow, so damn sad." Now, let me tell you what I thought. I didn't know who the hell he was talking to because he didn't put a name on it. And then Keke's mom responded, Miss Sharon Palmer. And we'll just take a look at what she said and then we'll talk.
Look, I've never done anything like this. I've been in this business for 22 years. I've seen a lot of stuff, but I can't help myself. For Sharonis Jackson to post on his Twitter, the ridiculous stuff that he's posted when he knew his brother was abusive. I went to Sharonis over a year ago and told him that his brother was abusive to my daughter. And he said, well, I used to be like that too. What? So now he's posting on Twitter like he's this special guy when we know he's the biggest fuckboy in Hollywood. He's disrespectful to women just like his little brother.
Yeah. You know it's bad when Keke's mom gets involved because you don't hear Keke's mom get involved with stuff too much. And this is a serious situation. Now, no, cute baby. It's serious because there's a child involved, and those of us in the black community, we love Keke. Keke is our cousin in our head. She's your sister. Keke is the one that's gonna keep it real. Now, Keke, I think what you got to do is you got to move forward with somehow getting Psycho out of your life, because I think the only way to move forward is I don't know. Can you have a healthy co-parenting relationship with somebody that abuses you? Now, Radar Online obtained still images from Keke's security cam that she put in her court documents detailing the abuse. You see here, yeah. Keke alleges that Darius, broke into her house without her permission, grabbed her, lunged at her, threw her over the couch, and grabbed her phone to prevent her from calling the police. And even the brother looks. Can we put a picture of both of them up? Even the brother looks crazy. Ugh. And the baby, the baby looks so much like his daddy. No, I see a little Keke in it. Well, things didn't just stop there because Darius tweeted out a picture of him and their 8-month-old son saying, "Love you, son. See you soon." I don't know if anybody gonna tell him that, baby, you might not see your son for a while, because one thing we don't play about is Miss Keke Palmer. Get into it. And allegedly, Keke alleges that Darius Jackson threatened to kill himself if she left him. See, that's where it goes left, because it is okay to let somebody walk away from you. You cannot threaten somebody because they don't want to be with you. That is toxic. It is insane. And I think we owe Keke an apology, because a lot of us were saying, not everybody, but some people were saying that Keke took it too far with the Usher situation, and this whole situation is messy. Keke, I'm praying for you. I keep you in my thoughts and prayers. But Darius isn't the only criminal. You guys know British Williams from Basketball Wives? Listen. I give it to you straight. Pow! Straight shooter. British Williams. She was sentenced to 4 years for wire fraud, bank fraud. And guess what? Prosecutors said even after she was indicted, British still kept doing it. Well, British is appealing the courts and saying that she felt like she got unfair treatment. Listen, I don't know how you get unfair treatment. How do you treat somebody who get wire fraud and that continues to do it? I don't know what type of treatment she expected to get. Nonetheless, she got 4 years, and British is saying that she felt like she was sentenced unfairly because of her public status. I would say you got sentenced that way because of your public status. Because you thought that because you were a public figure that you were above the law, that you could break the law and they were supposed to be lenient. It's hard to be lenient on somebody that continually does it, even after being indicted. But this is what you do, British. You take it like a champ. You took the money like a champ. You take the time like a champ. You are in jail. Now, British has a daughter, and that's what does break my heart for her, but British also had a daughter when she was doing this crime, so I can't be that sensitive to it because she wasn't being sensitive to it. Now, if you're going to do the time, if you're going to do the crime, you got to do the time, because you had your kid before you were doing the crimes, while you were doing the crimes. So it doesn't change anything that's going on. In 4 years, I mean, we saw Apollo get 8. You know, we saw Apollo get 8 in maybe 4 years. Well, we know where the money went. Money well spent. She still has her looks. She'll get out. She'll do 4 years. She's federal, right? Federal, yeah. Federal you do all the time. See you in 4 years, British. I mean. Hi, Nicki. Now, Nicki opened up to Vogue Magazine. Nicki's on the cover of the December issue, where she opened up about substance abuse, parenting, her marriage, and her new album that releases December 8th. Well, in the article, Nicki said that she felt the pressure of coming back to work too soon and she almost wanted to quit music. She said that she struggled with coming back because she felt like she was leaving her son when he needed her most, and just going back to music, she felt like took her away from her son. Nicki also opened up about Nicki opened up about weight loss and how she felt like the struggles of getting back after having a baby. And a lot of women go through this of feeling like your body's changing and you just need to always be perfect. And she talked about that, always being perfect and always being in the limelight and people judging you and scrutinizing you. And she's what that did to her mentally. Talked about Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston and how she struggled with a Percocet addiction. Now, allegedly, Nicki said she got prescribed Percocets for menstrual cycle cramps, and that she became addicted to them. And she said she didn't know they were narcotics. Now, I'm a barb. I'm not a pharmacist, but Nicki, babe, I knew they were narcotics. Just saying. Right. We listen. The article was good. Nicki looks damn good. Can't wait for the album. Yeah. Looks good. Now, Candace from Real Housewives of Potomac. Candace was asked a question at BravoCon. They do all the Bravo celebrities, all the reality TV stars for Bravo. They go to BravoCon. They can ask a ton of questions. Well, Candace was asked this question recently. Take a look.
If Monique wanted to come back to Potomac and do the whole thing, would you stay on the show or would you throw a royal hissy fit and be like, it's me or her?
Good question.
Good question.
It is.
Yeah. Well, I don't run scared from any bitch. So if she had the qualifications to return, which currently she does not, then we could have a discussion. But as it stands now, no, thank you.
Now here's my opinion. I would not bring Monique back to Potomac. But they talked about a shakeup in Atlanta. I don't think Monique needs the requirements. Giselle doesn't have the requirements. Robin damn sure don't have the requirements. Robin is just married legally. Robin knows she's married. I just don't think Juan know that they're married. Now, listen. I don't think Juan knows they're married. Or maybe he just doesn't care. But back to Monique and Candace. This was years ago. I think they can move past that. They can move past it. And if they don't, it's still good TV. But if I'm Andy and the executives at Bravo, I would send Monique down to Atlanta. I'd bring back Kenya. And I only bring back Kandi because I think Kenya without Kandi would be too distant. She would feel like I'm too big of a star to be on the show now. I think with those two together, they balance each other. So Kandi, Kenya, Monique, Drew, because we still got to see what's going on with the divorce, because the divorce in Candy's movie, Drew was in Candy's movie, and it look at her husband, Ralph. He looks like a cheat. Looks like a cheat. But Kenya, Kandi, Monique, Drew, two new girls. Introduce us to two new girls that we don't know. Maybe we see them on social media, dabbling and doing their thing, but they haven't been in front of a camera yet. And then Nene. I mean, we love Nene. You know, I feel like you gotta have Nene back. Season 16, Sweet 16. She's Real Housewives royalty. Well, Andy was asked a question about Nene potentially coming back at BravoCon. Here's what he answered.
For her in the future.
Listen, I told you I'm a nostalgic guy. She and I came up together, and there's always room in my heart for, everybody.
What about the beach, though?
Who knows? I mean, she asked me a few years ago to keep her name out of my mouth, so I try to respect that.
That's fair.
Listen, I don't know the ins and outs of the lawsuit. You remember Nene filed a lawsuit against Andy and a lot of the production company and a lot of the Bravo heads, the bigwigs. And Nene alleges racial profiling and discrimination and a lot of mistreatment. And I think it's hard when you sue a company to then go back into business with them. But many have done it. We see Bethany Frankel, is that her name, I think? Oh, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Bethany talks crazy about Andy. She still don't watch What Happened Live. I'm just saying. Nene has a point. But I think you can get past that and really get into a good space and make magic. I think that's what we forget, and that this is Nene was Housewives royalty. Nene was that girl. Nene gives you good reads. Listen, if you can get past Phaedra and what she did to Candy and put her on, and now you put her on Married to Medicine, you can damn sure have Nene back. And if you can get past what Phaedra did and you can move her to Married to Medicine, you can damn sure bring Monique back. Monique is the only housewife that's gotten into a physical altercation. Portia. Teresa. Lisa Rinna. Lisa Rinna. And so all I'm saying, so when you start noticing stuff like this, when you let the white girl stay, but you don't let the black girl stay, you make Nene's argument better. And I think how you smooth it out, if I'm Andy and the executives, give her a producer role. Because I don't think Nene comes back for bread and, crumbs. Give her a producer role. She don't really got to do much. Show up, nice little check. Bigger check than the other girls. And bring her back. Bring Monique. Because I think Monique and Nene together, and not Portia, who did I say? Kenya and Drew and Candy, even though Candy's boring. But Candy's Atlanta, and I think that's a different conversation on of Candy. Whatever. Whatever. I love this tea. It's tea. It's honey. A little bit of ginger. I'm not under the weather, but I like a good tea. I like a good tea. Tea is good for you. You know what else is good for you? Not hopping around. Lori Harvey. Listen. Listen. I didn't do it. Now, Lori Harvey and her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend now, Damson Idris, are no longer together. After 1 year dating, they called it quits. They both put out a statement together saying that they want to remain friends and that they're leaving the relationship amicably. And I didn't notice this until somebody told me the other day. If you notice, Lori dates the guys that are hot, the guys that are popping right now. Michael B. Jordan, he was doing Creed, he was the Black Panther. This Idris guy, he was, what is it, Snowfall? It's a bad look when you see a girl of her stature dating around so much. I mean, we got to realize she's a Harvey. She's got money. I don't even know what she does for a living, besides Instagram. And yeah, she's not she's not dating no regular Joe Smuggler, you know? She's dating a hot boy. She's dating allegedly Future, Diddy's son, Michael B. Jordan, this Idris guy, and that's just the ones that I know of. So Lori gets around, but I don't think you can blame her. She's young. She's got stature. She's not dating no regular Joe Schmo. You know? Not Joe. Allegedly. Listen, that's all the show I got for you today. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Listen to me anywhere you get your podcast. Expect new videos every Monday and every Friday. I'm going to post really daily on my Instagram, my Facebook page, and my Twitter. I will leave all those in the bio. Once again, I am DQ. I'm coming at you. This is where this is the one place you can come to find out about the culture, to get hot takes, hot opinions. I started off soft for this first episode. Full steam ahead. Shade. Listen, I don't call it shade. I call it being real. I give it to you how I see it. And if you don't like it, you're going to learn. You're probably thinking, oh, I hate this bitch. But then you'll be back. And you're like, now I see why I like them. Until next time, this is Culture Tap.